This October, American rock band LANY charmed the hearts of Filipinos with their 4-day A Beautiful Blur tour in the country in Bulacan and Cebu. Their visit to the Philippines was made special with the amazing performance of Texas-based band Culture Wars, who ignited the energy of fans before the start of every show. But how exactly did Culture Wars end up playing for one of the biggest bands today? And what are their plans now that they are continuously thriving in the music industry? Know more about Culture Wars in this episode of Kapuso Insider. On October 12 to 15, Culture Wars showed why they are the next band to watch for, after they opened for LANY's A Beautiful Blur in the Philippines. In an exclusive interview with GMA Network, Culture Wars shared the story behind their collaboration with LANY and their reaction when the band agreed to it.
There's not much to say other than, we asked really nicely and they were, gracious enough to actually be, want us to come. So we're just very grateful to be on the tour and, it's not something if you asked me 6 months ago or whatever, I'd be like, I wouldn't think, So I think we're all just kind of living out a dream here and very gracious to them for making it happen and allowing us to be here. Excitement for sure. I think it's also just like, all we ever want is the opportunity to show what we work so hard for. So I think anytime someone gives us an opportunity like that, it's like, not only do we want to prove it to ourselves that we're like thankful, but we want to prove it to the people who give us those opportunities that like we're not just like wasting opportunities. We're like very thankful, taking it very seriously and putting one foot in front of the other. So
there's like pressure, but it's kind of like we all work so hard that it's like it doesn't feel like, oh, are we gonna be able to do it? It's more like, yes, cool, we're locked in, like we're doing this finally.
Aside from doing shows across the globe, Culture Wars is also busy gearing up for its debut album. They also shared a little story about their newest single, It Hurts, which they perform at the beginning of their segments in every LANY tour.
Well, we started the show with it, and it's one of our favorite ones to play. I think it starts the show out on the right foot.
yeah, it was weirdly it was the last one that we did for the album that wasn't even really gonna be on there, to be honest, because we were like, oh, we're done, and we closed the door. And being annoying like I am, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep trying to come up with stuff anyway, and then, pitched it, and here we are, and then it was like, all right, we'll go back to the studio, record, but I think we're all happy we did it because it's been worth it, and it's, I think another piece to the puzzle that is the album that kind of builds this very whole picture.
Being a very dedicated and diverse group, Culture Wars admitted to facing creative differences when making new songs. But how do they face and resolve this issue?
All the time, but that's kind of the point. I think, just personally, if I wanted a bunch of people who would just agree with me all the time, I would just be by myself, right? That's the point of being in a band, is finding that common ground. And it's always challenging. That's why we're here, just do it together. So.
Yeah. I think it's really hard to find a group of people where you can go to battle with those ideas with each other and still come out as close as we are, because those musical ideas are very personal, and if you can kind of get your feelings hurt a little bit but still love each other, we're brothers through that process for sure.
Now that Culture Wars is slowly climbing up the charts, going inside the music scene, what can fans expect from the Texan band?
World domination. No, new song next week. New album, top of the year in 2025. Going to Australia after this tour with LANY, and actively planning to come back here as soon as we possibly can. That's like the conversation we had with our team this week, a couple days ago, or so. We're definitely planning on coming back and rolling out this album. This is our first album, and here we go.
For more exclusive contents about your favorite Kapuso stars and shows, visit gmanetwork.com. Follow us on our social media pages.